Scorpio, and welcome to your reading for August of 2026. We're going to get a significator card here. Boop. 10 of Wands. My goodness, I mean, every single person this month has gotten something about endings and beginnings. It's really pretty crazy. And I guess you're no different, Scorpio. Big surprise. So we are going to be taking a look at a Celtic cross spread, see what we've got coming up for the month of August for you. Bear in mind, there's a lot of cyclical energy, ending, beginning energy happening this month. You have a August 12th solar eclipse in Leo. That's going to be all about bringing in personal creativity, personal identity, allowing yourself to be yourself, allowing yourself to find new iterations of yourself that better exemplify who you are to yourself, to others as well. And then at the end of the month, you have got a lunar eclipse, full moon in Pisces, and that's going to be happening on the 28th. And that's going to be, it's all about big endings of cycles, So, and it's all about coming together as a natural ending. It's a natural ending to cycles, right? So it's less like tower energy, although I have gotten tower energy for a couple of different signs here this month, but it's less that, more like just a natural ending to something, which Scorpio, I'm seeing here, it seems to be kind of the energy we have here for you. We have the the 10 of Torches. So with the 10 of Torches, you are dealing with something that you've carried. It's like a load you've carried for a while. So this could be a project you've been working on for some time. It could be a lifestyle that you've been living in for a while. It could be a relationship that you feel like you've had to carry the weight in for a really long time, and you're just kind of getting tired of it. You're just kind of getting a little bit, ready to move on. You're ready to move on from whatever this thing is, as so many people are right now at this time period. So we've got, for your card, for you here, the Queen of Cups. So you are a person who usually holds down your circumstances emotionally, financially. You are the person people can go to for advice, or you see yourself as a nurturer, right? I see that. You see yourself as somebody who's very giving of yourself emotionally. The 5 of Cups here is showing to me that maybe you think you're giving a little bit too much of yourself right now. It seems like you are perhaps regretting where you're putting some of your energy and wanting to put your energy elsewhere. The 5 of Cups is looking at things with a little bit of like, I'm not really interested in what I have. I'm kind of interested in this other thing, like these other things, but I have this. It's kind of like crying over spilt milk, is sort of that vibe, right? You have good things, you have things to be happy about, but you seem to be a little bit focused on some of the things that you are missing out on. So it could be whatever this thing is that you're having to let go of. You are finding it difficult to cut ties with that without feeling some kind of way about it. The Death card, which is your card, is showing up in your own reading. That's lovely. This is all about transitions, right? So, it makes sense. This is a natural card to fall in here. And there's a lot of uneven numbers here. So I'm feeling like you don't feel super solid. Whether it's you don't feel super solid about the path ahead, or this transition, something's coming to an end, but there isn't exactly like a real clear next step. And you are missing what it feels like to have a clear next step. Like you're looking back on like, well, this plan that I had before that seemed so obvious and so straightforward, and that's not what I'm working with now either. Like I'm kind of trying to figure that out. But you are definitely going through a shift. Things are definitely changing. You're having to end some thing that you've been trying for a minute and starting something new. The King of Wands coming in is your energy from the universe, like how you're processing this new your intuitive energy right now regarding the situation. You are interested in taking what the universe has to give you. While I think there's some pensive time being taken to possibly ruminate on things you're having to leave behind or things that you miss or will miss, you are still very excited about this new new path. You're still looking forward to the next step. You know that this transition's happening, and you're prepared for it to some degree emotionally. So I think you're actively taking in new ideas. You might even be actively doing things in order to get these ideas from the universe, like going out and going to meeting new people, doing new things, putting yourself out there, and clubs, or, and I don't mean like dance clubs, but like, meeting with just people, getting together with people, finding ways to put yourself in front of other people and in front of things that could spark new ideas. I think you're actively kind of pulling from the universe some new inspiration for what's coming. It looks like with the Five of Wands, there is just a little bit of inner turmoil about what is going to be the best way to move forward here. I think that you are arguing with yourself a little bit. And the Five of Wands is not a negative, it's not a super seriously negative card. It is an imbalanced card, but it's a card of preparing yourself for a more difficult battle ahead, or making sure that you're taking the time to train yourself and be prepared, being aware of the possible difficulties so that you're ready when the time comes, right? Because in the traditional Rider-Waite, it's five people kind of like fighting with wands as opposed to fighting with swords. So nobody's going to get hurt. It's more of a training exercise. But I think you are maybe right now, or have recently, been spending a lot of time weighing the pros and cons. That's sort of what that feels like to me. This is you weighing pros and cons of the circumstances of these different inspirational ideas, these different ideas that are coming to you. So you've been taking time feeling it out. I don't know how many choices you have to pick from here. I'm not seeing like a lot of like, there's a ton of choices, but I am seeing, I don't know about this. I'm not so sure. There's indecision. There's definitely indecision happening in this month. Seven of Pentacles being how we're going to end up the month here. It's waiting. I mean, unfortunately, it's not really a lot of definitive energy here to end the month, but it is just a monthly reading. So it looks like at the end of the month, you're going to be basically in a position of evaluating the choice you've made. I think that you may make a decision, or at least put some effort into a new decision to see kind of where it lands. And then you're going to be in the assessment period at the end of the month of August. That's when you're going to be taking time to look and see, is this choice the choice I want? Now, if we're talking about new relationships here, perhaps you were leaving an old relationship behind. Perhaps you were leaving an old relationship behind, and you were trying to find a new relationship that is more fulfilling for yourself. Nine of Cups here that came out is indicating to me that you are trying to find a life that is more personally fulfilling. I'm getting that a lot with a lot of different signs this month. Could just be a universal thing. And it could just be all of us, the human condition, right? You're always trying to improve. So I think you're trying to find a relationship, possibly, or possibly just a job or a way of life that's more fulfilling for you. You have decided that what you currently have, while you enjoy it, it's giving you some level of fulfillment. It's just really not giving you everything you need. And so you're going to be moving away from it with understanding. No hard feelings here, moving away from this. No one's getting hurt in the process of you moving away from this. But you are taking time and trying to be smart about it. You're trying to weigh your pros and cons. And the end of this month just looks kind of like it's still weighing those pros and cons, but you might be weighing the pros and cons of a specific idea rather than weighing the pros and cons of multiple ideas to choose one to start with. Okay, so let's see what we've got. Anything else here for the Five of Cups? That Queen of Cups is definitely you sort of offering up to yourself these new opportunities, or being willing to accept these new opportunities in order to focus more on your overall fulfillment as a person, as this person that is trying to be the nurturer, the person everybody feels like they can go to, that you feel like you can go to, the people that feel strongly. Five of Cups, again, just it's doubling down on that, okay? So it's saying, yes, you are having trouble making this decision that's best for you. Maybe just in general, maybe you're somebody who's been a parent for a long time, and you identify as somebody who's a bit more of a giver and less of a receiver. And so your natural inclination is to take a position that's going to be beneficial for others, or do something that's going to be more beneficial for others, and not think of yourself first. But you really do need to think of yourself first here. And I think this is saying, like, do what's best for you here. You're spending time right now. The Nine of Cups, right, is what's shoring up this Queen of Cups. This is saying, yes, you are trying to find what's best for you. You are doing that. Your problem, what you're coming across, is this Five of Cups. Is you just really are having trouble getting past, I think, a feeling of well, I mean, is it what's best for everybody? I know it might be what's best for me, but, well, is it? There's a lot of hemming and hawing, right? A lot of hemming and hawing happening here. All right, and we also have the Queen of Pentacles jump out. So again, a card of you slowly moving towards independence, slowly moving towards being centered and grounded. The pentacles are a card of grounding, right? A card of solid foundations. So it's about being both emotionally and financially fulfilled. It's about being the queen, you know, feminine energy doesn't necessarily have to be a woman, can be masculine or feminine as far as the person is concerned, doesn't matter gender here, but you are trying to find more emotional and financial fulfillment overall in your life. And you are hesitant because you are finding yourself, I think, wondering, well, again, is this the right is this the right, is it going to hurt? What's that? Is it good? Is it bad? Yes. What are the pros? What are the cons? Is the cons list longer than the pros list? It's just a lot of that. It's a lot of like stalling with that. So what do you have with the Death card here, which is the general circumstances surrounding you, and this is the Death card. So I mean, it seems like obviously there's just a lot of transition happening. Now, whether this is something that you can't avoid, like a lease is coming up and so you're going to have to move, so where you live is transitioning and you're trying to decide if like moving to, you're trying to like make a decision on where to move. Four of Pentacles. It's, to me, this is saying it's more about stability. It's more about your overall way of life and how you ground yourself. Like, no, all the Queen of Cups again. Yeah. Okay. You are trying to move away from worrying about the safety, security of others, and worrying a little bit more about the safety and security of yourself, the emotional fulfillment of yourself. I think you're trying to transition away from being quite so concerned about how this is going. But you're also trying to be financially solvent about it. You're trying not to be overly financially aggressive, I think, because you know that this transition, as all transitions, could potentially end up costing money. So I think you're trying to be reasonable about that. That being said, we also have the Knight of Coins here, which is showing me that you are slowly moving forward with these plans. And you are being financially conscious, though. You are definitely being financially conscious in these decisions. And probably intelligently so. You know, if you have limited resources, you know you want to make a big shift, you are going to need to take stock of how it's going to financially affect you when you make those big changes. All right, so what do we have for the King of Wands here? How are you interpreting? I think you're really getting into trying to tap into your spiritual side, into your intuition, into Two of Wands. Okay, that one kind of gave me a half jumpsies, so I went for it. So I think you are, yeah, that's waiting for the right inspiration to come. It's almost like you're waiting for like a sign from God is what I'm getting here. You're waiting for a sign from the universe to be like, this is the thing. This is it, right? Ding, 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 with like a big hot donuts hot now, like, right? That kind of thing. I think that's what you're hoping for, is something that's going to give you immediate clarity. Ace of Swords. You are spending time waiting openly, I think, spiritually openly, in the hopes that you're going to get some kind of immediate clarity from the universe. And I think that's not a bad idea. You know, be open, definitely. Be receptive to ideas that the universe is sending towards you, because I think that's sending plenty. I think it's actively trying to help you move forward to this next thing and get through that Ten of Torches. You know, move past the Ten of Wands and move on to your new thing. That's going to be good. The thing that's going to end up being solid for you. It's too many to fill out. Okay, so let's see what this Five of Wands. Again, I think this is like the pros and cons list, right? This is you sitting there going like, well, this does this for me, and then this does this for me, and this is going to cost this much, and this is going to cost this much. Eight of Wands. Okay, this is like a mini manifestor card for me. This is you, like a mini magician. You are building up how you're going to do this. And you could be sending out resumes, you could be communicating with people, you could be asking people about how they like their job in different areas that you are thinking about getting into. You could be trying to put yourself out on dating sites if you're looking for a new person and you're trying to find a new relationship. You could be like communicating with old friends or people from your past. And there's nothing really specifically about past people here or nostalgia in that way, but just this Eight of Wands is showing me that your communication is like present here. It's definitely a lot of action happening in order to try and make this happen. So I think that overall, just had the Four of Cups and the Ten of Swords pop out, which Four of Cups is sort of a card of, right, Five of Cups is what you've had here, which is this, I'm taking a little bit of time moving forward because emotionally I'm still sort of stuck on this old thing. Four of Cups has a similar vibe, but there is an offer there. Where Five of Cups, there isn't really specifically an offer to be had. It's more like there's 3 cups that are standing and there's 2 cups that are fallen, I think, in the original traditional Rider-Waite. And so you have like the person looking at the cups that are fallen while there are still cups standing. So this idea of like, I am dwelling on the things that have gone wrong as opposed to experiencing and appreciating the things that are going right. So I think that there is that level of that happening. But I think in here, the recent past, like something that's actually happened that has made you feel this like, okay, I think I'm going to move forward here, is that you've been given some kind of offer. By the way, the Fool is on the bottom of the deck, if you're wondering what that is, which is the new beginnings. I think you've gotten some kind of offer from the universe, right? The Four of Cups is there's something from the universe that made you feel like there was something better and there is something that's more aligned with you and what you need emotionally and financially. And because of that, I think you're ready to sever ties with this thing that you've been dealing with. The Ten of Swords is very much like a definitive, this is the end of this thing. So I think this new offer that you got, this inspiration you got from the universe, whatever that was, has made you feel like you are ready to sever ties with what you currently have and you're ready to move forward with the new stuff. So you're putting out a lot of messages. You're sending out, energy into the universe, whether that's meditating on it, asking the universe to give you different ideas, looking online, taking courses, going on dating sites, becoming, putting yourself out there, going out, meeting people, joining clubs, whatever, you are actively trying to figure out what thing is going to be best to replace your current circumstances. All right, and let's see what we got for the Seven of Pentacles here at the end of the month. Oh, Scorpio, this is a very mature reading. I mean, honestly, of all of the readings this month, this is probably the one that is the most like, I have something that's going to be better for me, and I'm going to go ahead and take care of it in a way that's very like reasonable and rational. And I mean, good for you. This is a very metered, very smart way of doing things. And here we go. These cards make this even more. Yes. Okay. Absolutely. You are using your smarts. King of Swords, you are definitely being the best version of yourself to make an intelligent decision about going forward. And the Seven of Pentacles, you are assessing the choice you've made. I think you're going to make some kind of choice here soon. I think pretty soon, whatever cup is being handed to you here in the past in this Four of Cups is going to be taken. I think you're going to give it a shot. You're going to give something a shot, whether that's going on a date with somebody that offers you a date or whether that's trying a new job. You sent out your application and somebody bites. You are going to assess the situation. The Sun card, it's going to be, you're going to find something that's going to work, but you're certainly going to be able to tell whether or not it's good pretty much right away. Because of all of the work you've done throughout your life, through all the different experiences you've had, and because of this pros and cons list that you kind of made yourself about what it is you actually want from the situation, you already know what you want. So you're going to easily be able to kind of cut it out if it's no good. Right? The sun is going to be able to immediately shine upon your circumstance. You're going to know right away whether or not this thing's going to work. So you're not going to waste a bunch of time on a bunch of things that aren't working. So long as you are attentive, being honest with yourself and direct with how this, you're going to immediately be like, no, this isn't good. So the end of this month, the end of August, that's what you're going to be doing, I think, is just assessing one or a couple of these decisions that you've made for yourself to see whether or not they're actually working for you. Hopefully, and I think we're going to see here in a second because I'm going to read your energy, universal energy over your insights a little bit more like far-reaching. We'll see whether or not a decision will be made or if you're still going to kind of be testing water for a while. All right, so let's see what we've got. And if this is resonating for you, Scorpio, please do my little pitch. Like, subscribe. Comment down below. I don't know if you like this. We've done it. This is a new setup here where we're doing a new way of looking at it. So I don't know if you like that. If so, please comment. Let me know. We like to take your advice on how you like to see things. We're trying to make it best for you. All right, Scorpio, let's see what we got as far as the next month ahead and a little bit beyond. What is the universe doing for us here? What's the universe doing for Scorpio? Whoa. The universe is doing good things for Scorpio. 10 of Cups. What a delight. What a great card to get. Best card in the deck, basically. And the Magician also jumped out. Okay, so you are absolutely making your best possible circumstance here. You are like, look, this is about my life. This is for me and what's best for me. I'm tired of being everybody's, you know, mom or dad. I'm tired of being the person who takes care of everybody's everything. I've done that for too long now. It's time to think about me. It's time to make sure that I'm making the best choices for me. I'm going to take the inspiration from the universe. I'm going to listen. I'm going to do my meditations, but I'm going to take some action, but I'm going to be smart about it. I'm going to write down my notes. I'm going to do my pros and cons list, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to get what's best for me. Magician, I am going to manifest a life using all these tools that I have from all these years of experience that's going to make me the most fulfilled. Like, that's your energy right now. Emperor, right? You've got, either you have a person in and around you right now that's very helpful, that wants to help you, a masculine energy that's very strong and very grounding, that's there to kind of assist you through this process, or just the general basic vibe that you're giving off in this situation is strong, in control of your circumstances, able to hold down the fort. But I think this is the circumstances surrounding you, right? This is the energy that's like assisting you. So the universe, I think, is doing that for you so you can back off a little. Whereas you're normally the emperor in your situation. I think the emperor is here to assist you. Okay, we've got the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands here. So hopes and fears. I think that you are very excited about the possibility of being able to, I mean, this looks pretty much hopeful to me. I think you're really excited about what this means for you. I think you're ready to be stable, the King of Pentacles. I think you're ready to be financially in control of your life, and you're really excited about how this is going to manifest for you. And I think the Queen of Wands is you showing that you are really wanting to feel attractive in your life. You want to feel excited about what you do. You want to feel powerful and passionate about your life, but still feel smart and feel like your life is safe and you're grounded and there's money and there's resources and all of that good stuff. And this Ace of Swords here at the end tells me that, yes, you are going to figure out what that is. Sometime here in the near future, you will find clarity. You will find clarity through this process, and you are going to figure out which of those things is going to work the best for you, for sure. So long as you just do what you're doing. It seems like you're doing the right thing here by taking stock of these things, by being smart about it, by doing pros and cons lists, by testing things out. You know, don't necessarily jump full in, go 10 toes down on immediately the first thing that you try. Give it a minute. See how it works for you. Okay, let's see what we've got for the Ten of Cups and the Magician. The Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and the Lovers. All right. So again, if this is romantic for you and this is the start of a new relationship, the ending of an old relationship and looking to find a new relationship or lack thereof that fulfills you, I think a relationship is going to be potentially in the cards. I think you're looking for it, and I think you will find the right person if that's what you're looking for. You are very attractive, the Queen of Wands again, right? You are showing up with a lot of passion and a lot of heat, a lot of guatemalaness, a lot of energy. You're showing up with a lot of natural heat, and you are making, people are noticing you, for sure. So if this is a romantic thing, you're going to get noticed because you're this really positive, excellent, manifested energy. Ace of Pentacles mean, again, it's new energy, but it's also grounded and financially solvent. This is a very financially solvent energy. This is you feeling very good about moving forward here and excited about what's coming up next, for sure. The Lovers could also just be you loving yourself, finding the version of yourself that kind of balances both of your halves and allows you to be a more genuine, authentic version of yourself, living a more authentic, loving version of your life. All right, let's see what we've got here. The Emperor and the Ten of Wands. Again, the universe is, what's the universe's energy here? The Ten of Wands, which is we are done with this thing. You have shouldered enough of this burden and you are ready to move forward into the next thing. So the universe is with you. The universe is supporting you, for sure, with the Emperor. You've got a lot of support, whether that's from friends, family, your financial situation. Maybe you're leaving a job that's going to give you some kind of like little golden parachute, so you've got financial support to be able to move forward with this new thing. But whatever the situation, wherever you need support, you are going to have it because the universe wants you to close out this chapter and move on to the next one. The universe is ready for that for you. All right, so the Queen of Wands and the King of Pentacles. Again, to me, this is you wanting financial stability, but wanting to still be passionate, wanting to still feel yourself, be, you know, wanting to still be able to go out and be like, oh, I look good. Queen of Cups, Ace of Wands. Yeah. You want to accept a new offer. You want to feel emotionally fulfilled. You want to take you are hoping that you're going to get this inspiration on how to make this happen. You are hoping that you're putting yourself out there both physically and financially, being smart and doing all this planning that you've been doing, that this grounding energy and mixed with this, I also am looking good. I'm, you know, doing my hair. I'm whatever. I'm getting myself together. I've got a new wardrobe. Maybe you've lost some weight. Maybe you're just like whatever maybe you put on some muscle, whatever it is that you're doing for yourself to look good because you look good right now. And what you've been doing for yourself to make yourself feel good about your finances is making you ready to accept this new offer, ready to move on, ready to do a new thing with yourself. The Queen of Cups again, right? Queen of Cups is coming up twice here. And the Ace of Wands, you're ready to accept that inspiration. You're ready to accept whatever the new thing is. You're open to receive it, right? For sure. Ace of Wands here at the end, Ace of Swords rather at the end makes me think that for sure you're going to get it. I think you're going to get an answer to your question. Show me a little bit on this Ace of Swords, please, for Scorpio. Can elaborate on that for them for this final thing here for August and a little bit beyond, most likely. I think this is probably going to be Six of Cups, Nine of Cups. Interesting. Okay. So, Six of Cups is leading me to believe this may be something you've tried before. This may be something you've tried to do before and it didn't work out. This could be something that you had wanted to do in your past, but you maybe didn't do it because it didn't make sense at the time, or you didn't have the finances to do it at the time, or the resources to do it at the time, or maybe you were starting a family and it didn't really fit in with that, but it's something you wanted to do in the past. And I think that if you find yourself in this position, if this is you and this is resonating with you, it could be something like that, where it's like, oh, this is something from my past. Now, if it's a romantic person, it could be a person from your past. It could be somebody from your past that's come in and wants to like spark it up again. And there's no denying that this is the person or this is the thing. The Six of Cups is very much a card of nostalgia, about looking back. And maybe it's saying like, as opposed to doing something from your past or talking to somebody from your past, look to your past to find what you need in your future. Maybe it's saying, look to your distant past, look to your real past, and when you were happy and the things that made you most joyous and fulfilled you and made you feel the most, like this King of Pentacles, like this Queen of Wands, like this Queen of Cups, whatever gave you that feeling, try and look to that to see what you can do now, what new thing you can move forward with. Because the Nine of Cups, right, your personal emotional fulfillment is really what you're after here. So if you take time, try things out, right? Definitely try things out. This is the Seven of Pentacles here is saying you're going to need some assessment time. You're going to have to assess it a little bit. It's not, I don't know that it's going to be, I think it's going to be immediately evident when it's the right thing. But I think you're going to have to try a few things to see what is the right thing. And you're going to have to take your time, making sure that you have the correct criteria in place so that it is really evident when the right thing comes along. All right, so let's see what we've got here as advice from Spirit and the universe. Just to do an oracle card here. This is the Witch's Oracle. Let's see what we got. For Scorpio. We have got the Wisdom Keeper. All right, and that is number 40. The Owl, the edge of the night, the carrier of vision. It navigates through the veils of darkness, an allusion to the wisdom that can be found deep within the soul. Traditionally, owls appear just as death is about to occur. Well, there you go, death, and there you go, death, and there you are. This may be symbolic as well as actual. Owls remind us to listen rather than speak and appreciate the gifts that silence and watchfulness bring. Owls show that your life direction has led you to places of wisdom and understanding, that you are or have been successfully navigating your way through some dark nights of the soul. You are being advised to spend time in silence, away from the crowd, so that you can make very personal decisions about your life path. Okay, well, this is very helpful. This is actually really solid advice. Owl is watching and guiding your soul into its rightful place in the universe. Trust the process. If asking a question of the cards, the answer is to navigate your way carefully. Don't be tempted to hold on to something just because it's there. Expect there to be a death of the old around you. All will still be well. My goodness. Watch and wait and be wise. Love your fears to lighten the shadows. Well, I mean, that pretty much is spot on with what we're talking about here. So, advice, take time in silence. Listen to the universe. Let the inspiration come to you. Let the universe speak to you. Be smart, use the tools you have, know that you have lived a life of experience, and from that experience, you can pull what you need to be sure that you know what you deserve, so when that thing comes, you know, and you're ready to go ahead and make it happen and have your Ace of Swords moment with it. All right. Okay, Scorpio, well, I hope that this resonated for you. And if it did, again, let me know, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good August. Bye.